habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. Ooh, and she felt intrigued.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Pick up at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Dancing to his left, and now he's going to use his legs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 43-yard line.
Here's Watson now on second down. Open man is QT, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
22-yard line.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
Second down at 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about the opening drive?
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plans. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as as his guys will get the football back. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
At the 11-yard line.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Jackson to Snead that time. First down, Baltimore.
First down, Ravens.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Jackson now. Snead's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
9-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Watson again. This is Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35.
I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
And goal.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he'd stand in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And Jackson throwing once more. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's...
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
And to kick off for Houston.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 29, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future, bright. Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Texans' 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 46. Out of the gun, he'll throw. David Johnson here on the catch. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in a big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. On first down, Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
Is good.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
Ravens 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll run on first down. Ingram. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Ross Blacklock on the tackle.
2 yards on the
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat. And if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Here's Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Back now in Houston, it's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, Jackson. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's taken down inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
11 yards.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. From the gun, Jackson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now it's Jackson. Snead's got it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got Snead. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to Chris Moore.
Chris Moore there to make the grab. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on. That one is 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now
so the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Jackson to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Calais Campbell on the stop. He gets it to Cooks. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Texans 21, Ravens 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown.
This one right here who gave up, because that score, They might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
The score, Ravens 24, Texans 21. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And that's complete to Cooks. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now it's Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Watson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
To the sideline and incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
1st and 10.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 24 all. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime.